Hello. In today's video, we shall learn in detail about plant nutrition, role of both macronutrients and micronutrients in the growth and development of plants, importance of soil in sustaining life on the planet, and therefore the need for soil conservation. Let us start with plant nutrition. Plant nutrition are the chemical elements and compounds necessary for plant growth and plant metabolism. Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen are obtained from air or water and are called non-mineral elements. The other nutrients are mainly obtained by the plants from soil and are called mineral nutrients. Example, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium. About 30 elements are universally present in plants. 17 of them are essential elements, while the rest are non-essential elements. 17 essential elements are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, sulphur, magnesium, iron, manganese, zinc, boron, copper, molybdenum, chlorine, and nickel. Certain elements promote plant growth in many plant species but are not absolutely necessary for completion of the plant life cycle. They are known as beneficial elements. Example, silicon, sodium, cobalt, and selenium. Let us look into the criteria for essentiality. The elements must be absolutely necessary for normal growth and reproduction of the plant. In their absence, the plants do not show healthy growth. The essential elements are specific and cannot be replaced by other elements. The elements must be directly involved in the metabolism of the plant. Next, we shall deal with hydroponics. The technique of growing plants in a nutrient solution is known as hydroponics. It is a soil-less culture. The earliest experiment using a culture solution was done by Sachs in 1860. He showed the essentiality of nitrogen for plant growth. Knopp in 1865 gave the formula of nutrient solution. In all the methods, the culture of plant is soil-free. Roots are immersed in an adequate, aerated, dilute, and defined solution of nutrients. Essential elements were identified and their deficiency symptoms were discovered. By the way, if you're getting some value out of this video, please like and share the video so that all of us can learn, unlearn, and relearn together. Also, please consider subscribing the channel and press the bell icon to get instant notification of all the upcoming videos. Let's continue with the advantages of hydroponics. This system uses about 10 times less water because it is delivered in a controlled manner. Successfully used for commercial production of vegetables. Continuous cultivation or off-season production is possible through hydroponics. There is no harm from soil-borne diseases. Plants grow 30% to 50% faster than those grown in soil because they receive an ideal amount of nutrients. Soil-less culture typically yield more per square foot. Next, we shall look into classification of essential elements. Essential elements are classified into two groups. First, major or macro elements or macronutrients. The nutrients which are required in large amount for the normal growth of the plant are known as macronutrients. Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen are obtained from air or water and are called non-mineral elements. The other nutrients or elements are mainly obtained by the plants from soil and are called mineral nutrients. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are known as primary macronutrients, while calcium, magnesium, and sulphur are known as secondary macronutrients. Among the mineral elements, some elements are needed in very small amount or traces for the growth of plants and are known as micronutrients or trace elements. These include iron, manganese, copper, molybdenum, zinc, boron, chlorine, and nickel. Now, we shall look into the broad categories of essential elements based on their function. Some of the essential elements are components of biomolecules, example, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Some are components of energy-related chemical compounds in plants, example, magnesium in chlorophyll, phosphorus in ATP. Some of the elements activate or inhibit enzymes. During carbon fixation, magnesium ions act as an activator for ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. Molybdenum acts as an activator of nitrogenase during nitrogen metabolism. Some elements like potassium help in the opening and closing of stomata by controlling the osmotic potential of a cell. Now, we shall study about the role of macronutrients in the growth of plants. First, nitrogen. It is absorbed from the soil in the form of nitrate, nitrite, and ammonium salts. It is the major constituent of proteins, nucleic acids, vitamins, and hormones. Nitrogen deficiency symptoms are chlorosis or yellowing of leaves. Older leaves are affected first. Stunted growth because protein content, cell division, and cell enlargement are decreased. Coming to phosphorus. It is absorbed by the plants from the soil in the form of phosphate ions. It is a constituent of cell membrane, certain proteins, all nucleic acids, and nucleotides. Phosphorus deficiency symptoms are premature leaf fall, formation of dead necrotic areas on leaves and fruits, results in overall stunted growth. Next is potassium. It is absorbed as potassium ions in plants. It is required in meristematic tissue, buds, leaves, and root tips. It is involved in protein synthesis, cell membrane formation, opening and closing of stomata, maintains anion-cation balance in cells, maintains turgidity of cells, and activates enzymes. Deficiency symptoms are mottled chlorosis of leaves, necrotic areas develop at the tips and margins of leaves, leaves curl inward, inhibits protein synthesis, shortening of internodes leading to stunted growth, premature death. Next is calcium. Plants absorb calcium from the soil in the form of calcium ions. Calcium is a constituent of the middle lamella in the form of calcium pictate. It is required by meristematic and differentiating tissues. It accumulates in older leaves. It is involved in the normal functioning of the cell membrane. It activates certain enzymes. Calcium deficiency symptoms are malfunctioning of younger leaves and chlorosis along the margins of the younger leaves, stunted growth, disintegration of growing meristematic regions of roots, stem, and leaves. Coming to magnesium. It is absorbed by the plant in the form of magnesium ions. It is a constituent of chlorophyll. It acts as an activator for many enzymes, maintains ribosome structure. Magnesium deficiency symptoms are excessive interveinal chlorosis of leaves. The older leaves are affected first. Leaves develop necrotic spots. Next is sulfur. It is absorbed in the form of sulfate ions from the soil. It is a constituent of amino acids, cysteine and methionine, several coenzymes, vitamins, and proteins. Sulfur deficiency symptoms are general chlorosis. Younger leaves are affected first. Inward rolling of the leaf margins and tips. Stem becomes hard due to the development of sclerenchymatous tissue. Now, we shall study about role of micronutrients. First, iron. Plants absorb iron in the form of ferric ions from the soil. It is essential for chlorophyll synthesis. It is a constituent of ferredoxin, flavoprotein, iron porphyrin, cytochrome. Iron deficiency symptom is rapid chlorosis of the leaves, which is usually interveinal. Next is manganese. It is absorbed in the form of manganese ions by the plants from the soil. It is an activator of many respiratory enzymes. It is required during non-cyclic photophosphorylation and plays a role in evolution of oxygen during photosynthesis. Manganese deficiency symptoms are interveinal chlorosis of leaves, formation of necrotic spots on the leaves. Next is molybdenum. Plants absorb it in the form of molybdate ions from the soil. It acts as an activator for the enzyme nitrate reductase involved in nitrogen metabolism. Molybdenum deficiency symptoms are chlorotic interveinal mottling of the older leaves, flower formation is inhibited, causes whiptail disease in cauliflower, shows retardation of growth. Symptoms of whiptail disease are chlorosis of leaf margins, the whole leaf may turn white, and the leaf blades do not develop properly. Next element is boron. It is absorbed as boron ions from the soil by the plants. Boron is required for uptake and utilization of calcium and water, facilitates the translocation of sugars. It is essential for the growth of pollen tube. Deficiency symptoms are death of shoot tips and root tips, resulting in stunted growth, leaves become curled and brittle, reduces flowering or flower formation is suppressed. Brown heart disease is caused in sugar beet, due to which growth of root is stopped. Next element is copper. It is absorbed as cupric ions. Copper is essential for overall metabolism in plants, catalyzes oxidation reduction reactions. Copper deficiency symptoms are dieback of citrus and reclamation disease of cereals and leguminous plants. Dieback of citrus is a syndrome expressing many disorders in the plant, leads to decline in productivity and poor fruit quality. Reclamation disease stops the seed maturity and causes chlorosis. Next, we shall learn about zinc. Plants obtain zinc as zinc ions from the soil. It is an activator of certain enzymes like carbonic anhydrase, alcohol dehydrogenase, etc. It is involved in the synthesis of growth hormone, namely auxin. Zinc deficiency symptoms are chlorosis of older leaves from tips and margins, mottle leaf disease of apples, citrus, and Kara disease in rice. Mottling means uneven spots. A distinctive yellow mottle, uneven spots observed on reduced and pointed leaves. The important symptoms of Kara disease are discoloration of lower leaves, midrib at the base of growing leaves turn chlorotic and shows stunted growth. Next element is chlorine. It is absorbed in the form of chloride ions. Along with sodium and potassium ions, it helps in determining the solute concentration and anion-cation balance in cells. Chlorine is essential for oxygen evolution in photosynthesis. It is involved in transfer of electron to photosystem 2 during non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Chlorine deficiency symptoms show overall poor growth of the plant. The next element is nickel. It is absorbed by plants as nickel ions. Soluble nickel compounds are preferably absorbed by plants passively from the soil through a cation transport system. It acts as an activator of the enzyme urease. It also contributes to nitrogen fixation. Nickel deficiency symptoms are necrotic lesions on the leaf tip due to accumulation of urea to toxic concentrations. Seeds become unviable, yield reduces, chlorosis of leaves occur. Since most of the minerals are absorbed by the plants from the soil, let us gather some facts about soil. The study of soil is called pedology or edaphology. Pedosphere is the soil mantle of the earth which is influenced by interactions of soil forming factors like parent material, climate, topography, etc. A thin layer of the earth's surface is covered by soil. It is formed from the withering of rocks by mechanical, chemical, or biological processes. Soil is a mixture of mineral particles, organic matter, air, water, and living organisms. Let us look at the soil profile. The sequence of the layers or horizons of soil is called soil profile. A soil horizon is a result of soil forming processes known as pedogenesis, and the horizons are represented by letters O, A, B, C, and R. Many soils have an organic surface layer denoted by the letter O. O horizon is formed due to saturated anaerobic conditions which slows down the decomposition process and helps in the accumulation of organic material. A horizon. The mineral soil usually starts with an A horizon and is referred to as the topsoil. It is the uppermost soil layer which is rich in organic matter, humus, and microbial biomass. A horizon is typically more coarse compared to the underlying horizons. This horizon is best for the growth and development of plants. It is darker than the underlying horizon B. B horizon. It is a well-developed subsoil horizon and is the zone of accumulation of fine materials and minerals brought by rainwater from the upper horizon. The main processes occurring in B horizon are transformation and addition. C horizon. It consists of rock fragments of different sizes. It is an underlying, loose, poorly developed layer with little or no humus accumulation. It is composed of parent material and lies below the B horizon. R horizon. It is found below the C horizon and contains hard bedrocks. Let us discuss the importance of soil for the survival of various life forms. Soils are the basis of life. Soil plays a vital role in sustaining life on the planet. The various life forms include microscopic bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa, as well as earthworms, arthropods, insects, and many other macrofauna. The fertile soil helps in the growth and development of the plants by providing essential nutrients, minerals, water, and oxygen. It also provides water, minerals, and fossil fuels to human beings. The soil acts as a binding material and helps the root to anchor firmly to the soil. It protects the delicate roots from drastic fluctuations in temperature. It also helps in gaseous exchange between the roots and the atmosphere. Soil acts as a carbon store and is vital for food production. Soil organic matter with high organic carbon content is crucial for soil health and fertility. The topsoil supports various life activities like respiration, breeding, hatching, etc. It also provides plants with optimal moisture conditions. Soil helps combat and mitigate climate change. Different microorganisms, plants and animals interact in the soil and play an important role in water, nutrient, and nitrogen cycle. Finally, let us learn about soil conservation. Conservation of soil requires preservation of its top layer, which can be achieved by restoration of fertility and prevention of erosion. Due to intensive cropping, a large amount of organic matter and soil minerals are removed, which leads to loss in soil fertility. Soil fertility is the ability of soil to provide all essential plant nutrients in readily available form in sufficient amount. To restore soil fertility, retaining crop residues as a mulch can be effective. Mulch stimulates natural growing conditions, provides organic matter needed for proper functioning of the ecosystem, retains soil moisture and nutrients. Mulch slowly decompose and add organic matter to the soil to increase fertility. Soil organic matter reduces erosion, increases water infiltration, and provides habitat and food for diverse life. Compost made from plant residues or even green manure, bone meal, animal manure increases soil biodiversity and microbial biomass. This in turn improves soil structure, help in proper cycling of nutrients, and can also control various diseases. Contemporary agricultural practices such as monocropping, intensive tillage accelerates the depletion of soil. Rotation of crops help to maintain the mineral content of the soil. Growing two or more crops alternately prevents depletion of nutrients from the soil and also hinders the life of pests and insects. Fields plowed but not used to grow crops for a year regain fertility naturally. Use of chemical fertilizers should be minimized as it has devastating effects on indigenous microbial communities within the soil. It leads to long-term loss of microbiome diversity and soil fertility. Regenerative agriculture improves the condition of soil by supporting biodiversity. Natural cycling of nutrients from the soil to plants and animals and then back to the soil occur primarily through decomposition of biomass. This cycling of nutrients helps the plants to flourish. Intensive land use has resulted in deforestation and desertification of vast areas of the globe. Destruction of habitats has endangered many plant species. Forests check soil erosion and floods and contribute to rainfall. Since plants form the basis of biotic existence, people should be encouraged to plant more and more trees and thus save the soil. Thank you so much for your time and participation. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing the channel and press the bell icon to get instant notifications of all the upcoming videos. Also, if you want to discuss any particular topic in biology, please mention that in the comment section below. I'll see you there. Goodbye. All the best.